everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Spill Spall with the girls.
Today is an extra special episode where we will talk about all things regarding culture shock. But before that, let's welcome our guests, Lady and Jolin. Hi guys, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, so we know that you both are from Batam, and we're going to talk more about your personal experiences. But before we dive into that, let's talk about Peter Adler.
Peter Adler is a guy who is best known for his research about culture shock and the stages of intercultural adjustment. In fact, he's the guy who invented the theory of the stages of culture shock, which includes the honeymoon stage, disintegration, reorientation, adaptation, and biculturalism.
The honeymoon stage is the phase where you feel the excitement of being somewhere new. Did you guys feel this way when you went to Jakarta?
Yeah, I definitely feel excited, especially before I moved to Jakarta. I moved to West Java first. Different culture, different language, different everything, I guess. It's definitely exciting to learn that specific differences and meeting new people, being able to go to landmarks that I only see on TV, like maybe like Monas.
During the first weeks, everything feels thrilling and fresh. I can explore unique cafes, restaurants, and shops. I can visit Monas too, like Lady said before, and it's very interesting.
What about the next stage, disintegration? It is a stage where you start to feel stress from all the differences that you see every day. Did you guys have experience with that?
Yeah, definitely, especially in a new environment, learning the language, learning the people. You don't want to stick out, but you're not born in that culture or you're not familiar with the culture. You definitely have to stick out in the end.
It's my first time living alone without my family. I kind of feel homesick sometimes, and that's what I struggle with.
The next stage is reorientation, where you start to adjust to the new culture, followed by adaptation, where you become more comfortable with the new culture.
And lastly, there's biculturalism, where people are able to cope comfortably both in their home and their new cultures. So you experience kind of a balance between knowing the culture that you came from, but also being able to adapt with the culture that you're currently in. Can you guys share your experiences of this stage?
Yeah, I spent already 2 years, I think, here in Java. I think I already reached that late stage where I'm already comfortable around this new environment, but at the same time I feel like I can still connect with my roots.
I noticed that I have become used to the culture in Jakarta as much as I'm familiar with the culture at home.
I see, that's really interesting, because did you guys know that it actually relates to a theory called BII?
BII, or Bicultural Identity Integration, is a theory developed by Binet Martinez to explain how bicultural individuals like you guys differ in combining two cultures. For example, like you guys said, you're starting to feel balanced and you guys feel comfortable enough living with both your home culture and the new culture that you're in. This means that both of you have high bicultural identity integration.
Meanwhile, a person with a low BII might feel conflicted or feel like they have to choose between one culture and the other. Anyways, we have been talking about the stages of culture shock, but I want to know, what are the actual culture shocks that you guys have experienced?
Seeing like trains and like the highway is very unique. We grew up by using boats or ferry going to another island, and another probably traffic. The traffic is really something else.
Yeah, it's quite bad in here.
Yeah, it's just something else.
The other culture shock is there are certain words that Jakarta people don't really use it, like koce, nampa, and gondok.
What is that?
Yeah, what is that?
It's like pockets. Gondok is like you're annoyed, like you're gondok with someone, and the other one is
Nampa.
Nampa is like seeing. Yeah.
That's really interesting. It's a new perspective for me and Kezia since we live here, and thank you so much for sharing your experiences with us.
Exactly. Thank you for adding to our knowledge. And to the audience who is watching this, we want you to know that if you have any experiences with culture shock, it is totally normal and you're not alone. And it is not impossible to deal with as long as you are willing to adapt to your new surroundings and to open up to the people around you.
Yeah, because as humans, of course, we need to be able to adapt with our surroundings. It's also a great way to learn new cultures and broaden our open minds as well.
So that's it from us for this episode. Thank you so much once again, Lady and Jolin, for sharing your experiences. And thank you guys for watching.
Bye!